But it's also a reality that you must understand that detoxification can rat you out emotionally and mentally. We're so used to being polarized to the negative side that when you hook to the light, it can be a little disconcerting sometimes. Most people talk about God but couldn't begin to touch the dress of the Supreme Being or the foot of the Supreme Being because of the intensity of that and the unbalancing that it has. So there's a process it takes to let go so you can handle the beauty of the allness of it all. And that's emotional things, and that's mental things. So in detoxification, those are reality. Like this one lady, she went right off, freaked right out. She should have been praising the glories of the Supreme Being. My God, I got a tumor out. Where was that? Thank God, my God. She should have been happy. And yet she freaked out and cussed us and said everything bad to us. You know, this is common. We have to live with that because we have people call in like that. They don't understand the process. Well, why did you start it? Because we really try to educate you. It's in my books. It's on the website. It's everywhere. It's not only in my books. Everyone that's ever detoxified anyone experiences these same symptoms, whether you live in Hong Kong, Russia, or you live in northern Alaska. Guess what? It's a natural process that takes place when you start eating good. When you start eating the foods your body's designed to eat, your body starts healing itself. What's wrong with that? That's what you're doing. So detoxification is very real. The lymph systems are so bad, though, in humans. It's unbelievable. I've listened to all these babies that are dying, and this morning this one little infant stopped breathing. You're going to see a lot of this. I mean, the kidneys and adrenal glands, and these kids are just not even existent hardly. We have some serious neurological through the adrenal gland connection and kidney, which is lymphatic connection. We have some serious problems. And I think those of you that are really getting smart in this are seeing this everywhere. You'll see it on the news when they talk about these kids. The very serious issues we're facing here with the children. We have to do this as a society. We have to wake up to the cell and the genetic weakness of cells and what we have to do to change that. And that's why you guys are groundbreakers in the way. You guys are really going to be those that are out there and holding the torch of the Supreme Being and saying, this is the light that there is. That's the only light you got. You show me another way to regenerate tissue. You know what? You can play with stem cell all you want. There's already a way to regenerate tissue. You know, everything we do medically is trying to get away from responsibility. You know, it's taking you away from reality and the core issue. What you eat, drink, and breathe, and what you put on your skin, guys, that's how you bring the outside world of chemistry and physics in. And it's all about chemistry and physics, because chemistry and physics at this mundane physical level rule. You know, and that's a fact. I mean, consciousness is guiding that, no question about that. So the detoxification has what we call healing crisis. This lady had healing crisis. Healing crises are very real, and I write about them because there's everything from simple cold and flu-like symptoms to blindness, to paralysis, to tumors popping out all over you, to your teeth getting loose and a mouth full of abscesses. These are very serious and scary healing crises. Some people panic. I think I told you about this one pancreatic cancer case. All her teeth were loose. She had one pulled, and she came in and was telling me about it. She's going to have another one pulled. I said, no, healing crisis. By the time the week was out, all her teeth were loose, and she had 7 abscesses. Medical doctors have no clue to what that would be. And that's unfortunate. Because in another 2 weeks on the heal all tea and moving with the raw foods and going down the detoxification pathway, the teeth, the gums were locked back on those teeth and no more abscesses. You know what she did? She just saved her teeth. You know, this is the whole key. Once you understand acidosis and you understand the corrosive effect of acids and you understand the gigantic lymph system and how that lymph system works in your body, you've got it. You've got that key. But you've got to ride the ride, and like we talk about here, you've got to wear the robe. Wear the robe sometimes like getting on a bronco bull and riding that bull, taking it, because it can take you up and down emotionally because of the hormones and steroids. It can take you down a road of hell. But the end of the tunnel has a bright light, guys. The end of the tunnel, the light is so bright and full of vitality and vigor and stamina and consciousness and awareness. That's the key. Unless you want to live in hell and darkness, then there's only one way to travel. You know, and as you grow spiritually, you're naturally polarized to eating better. You naturally get rid of the decayed flesh in your life. You naturally quit sucking on milk. You naturally get rid of these things just as a product of awareness and consciousness and intuitiveness. So, need to do this one video for those out there that don't understand the reality of detoxification. Simple symptoms are cold and flu-like symptoms, a running of the nose, the coughing up of mucus out of the bronchi and lungs. Well, thank you. You know, no one ever died from pneumonia except when you go to a hospital and you take antibiotics. No one should ever die from pneumonia. Your body's getting rid of a lot of congestion. Guess what forms masses and tumors in the lungs? Same stuff you're coughing out, my friends. Same stuff. And out of the sinuses. Most people can't breathe or smell properly. People snore. People have sleep apnea. People can't hear right, taste right. Well, of course, they're saturated with mucus. People are coming in with extreme head pressure, vertigo, and equilibrium problems. One poor soul we have, her blood pressure never gets above 70 or 75 over 50. Major cerebellum inflammation, brain tumors, brain cancers on the rise. I mean, Alzheimer's on the rise, dementia. I mean, it's a nightmare, but it's all caused from the same stuff because there isn't a million different things on this planet that causes a million different symptoms. This is where they're lost in the field of dreams and intellectualism. Get reality here. Detoxification can lead and rebuild anything that's out there. We've talked about some of these cases, and the reason I do is to show you the power. So why the lady wanted to put herself on the power of regeneration with neurological conditions, the power in skeletal conditions, the power when you're born without tissue to regrow tissue. You know what? We haven't got a clue at the highest level you can reach. I looked at Arnold Ehret and thought the reason he translated so early is he reached the highest he could at this point. Time for him to go on to another adventure. He reached all he could reach here. So that was, you know, the only reason you would leave early would be that way. You're done at this level. And so this is some cool levels. Remember I told you the man that stuttered, and Arnold Ehret, you know, had him on a lot of fast, and they were walking down the beach, and he started coughing and started coughed up the great big wad of mucus, and he never stuttered again. Suppose he freaked out and said, "Oh, I want that mucus back in there." I mean, that lady that went on this, you want the tumor back in your nose? You want that green mucus back in your sinuses and in your lungs? You can have it back if you want it. I mean, this is the kind of reality that detoxification offers you. The beauty. Change your mind. The beauty is this stuff was in you and now it's out of you. And that's what I used to look at. Oh man, look at that nasty stuff coming out. Boy, that was in me and now I'm glad it's out. My cells can go, oh, thank you. The sun is shining today for me. And that's what you have to realize. That the body is congested, constipated, acidic. And this is what's breaking it down. These aren't diseases. This is from what you eat, what you drink, and what you breathe, and what you put on your skin. Yes, we're full of chemicals. Yes, we have a toxic environment. Yes, we have a mad science community that has no clue about reality. Yes, we have an allopathic, but they've only grown because we let them grow. Most people walk with fear. Like this one lady, she walks with fear. Well, walk with knowledge. You know, grab a hold of awareness and knowledge. And there's nothing you can't accomplish here. So sorry for the aggressiveness of this, but at the same time, it's vital that those people out there understand detoxification, and that is an art. It is a science. It is a practice of, and it is certainly a reality. You know, going through detoxification isn't fun. Your back can hurt, your bones hurt. Anywhere you have a weakness, you will feel that. Most of you that have the iris work here, I always tell you where you're going to feel it because it helps you to feel like, oh good, this pain, he told me I would have that. Okay, I do that because of what you're going, oh my God, I'm getting worse, I've got a problem. No, I'm going to show you right where you're going to experience these, wherever you're weak. And that's the beauty of iridology and the iris camera. It'll show you how much lymph you got to go through, but also your weaknesses that are going to reheal itself. Now, how beautiful is the fact that you can clean this human body out, you can regenerate its weaknesses, and in the end, you can take a decrepit, debilitated, acidic, decaying human body and rebuild it into a fine, beautiful specimen of the Homo sapiens species. I think it's cool as all get out, you know. So, and I know most of you do, and most of our subscribers are incredible beings. You guys have took this and grabbed this. It's those that come out that are walking in frailty and walking in emotional stupor, that are walking with their heads down in the ground. Take them out. Get the sunshine on yourself. Start grabbing life by the horns. You know, we become so pseudo in life. You know, I've always said that the best experience is that everyone should have been raised on a farm. I tell you that sure, it makes you a totally different person in the way you perceive things, touching the reality of this earth. Of course, you go on from there, but still, most of those people have no reality of the earth there. So have fun with detoxification. That's what it's for. If you go through some tough times, we're here to help you. We're here on your side. We can't control that. That's nothing we have to do. We didn't create you. We didn't create your body. We didn't create your lifestyles. We didn't create your toxicities. You did. You know, you agreed to come into this body as a soul. You came on, you ate certain ways, and now we're helping you to unravel this. And, you know, if you don't want to unravel it, we don't care. I mean, it's up to you. You know, we're here to offer our knowledge and awareness. But learn detoxification. It is an incredible process of wellness and health. And that's what this is all about. The art of detoxification. The end goal? Cellular regeneration and genetic remembering of cells. That leads to the vitality and health of the human body, because it's all about the functional ability of each one of your cells. Because each one of your cells is a contributing factor to the whole machine here. And when you have cells that are decaying from acid buildup in the body, cells that are suffocated by yellow, green, and black and brown mucus, when the body's decayed from a lack of awareness of cells from genetic decay, you're not going to be well, and you're not going to enjoy life well, emotionally and mentally either. Hormones are going, steroids are all going to be whacked out of shape. And if you want to be well, you have to go beyond this treatment concept, which is ridiculous. If you're going to treat yourself, use homeopathics. At least they're not toxic. And then you can detoxify as you're going on. Really learn the art of detoxification. We just slap the raw foods with it. Fasting has always been the top of detoxification, always. Water fasting is from Jesus, Buddha, Mohammed. I mean, you go right down the world. All these spiritual giants fasted. And all the high health people always fasted. And you can feel the difference when you fast. You can feel the difference when you fast on water to when you fast on grape juice, when you fast on lemon juice. So you play around, you have fun. You fast on water, you fast on grape juice, you fast on lemon juice. You have fun with this. Because the game is between you and what you've done to your body. And taking the laws of nature, taking the laws of science, what we know in science, not pseudo-pharmaceutical science, real science, and physics. Look at quantum physics and what we're discovering about intelligence and consciousness. Spiritual people already know that. But we needed a tie for the intellectual. We needed to give them a roadway to God. And quantum physics is offering that roadway. But okay. But detoxification is a very real experience, guys, and I appreciate you listening to this video. Had to put this one out because of this lady. It's just, this goes to every single one of us. Detoxification isn't a I feel good all the time scenario. And if you're that toxic where you go right into tumors popping out and you're getting pneumonia type symptoms, you're one toxic puppy.